Like, bro, like, I fail to realize why niggas act like this. Like, it's the narrative that niggas pushing, bro. Cause he already knows what he's talking about. Whenever YoungBoy music go on, it's time to crash out. Massa is the first song to get played. He crashing out on the first. Well, he not crashing out. He's showing out on the first song.
Better watching my shit, made me mad, dick on all the buttons. I'm at ATL with Lauren London trying to get some cut. 21, but I got $20, but
it's a crazy video surfacing the internet. A YB fan punching on an elderly employee. But Tyler says these YNs are getting out of control. That's crazy.
Now I want to talk about this viral story spreading all over social media involving a YN beating up an older man at a rap concert. This is the YN mentality we've spoken about before on my video from a few months ago, once again playing out in the real world. Yesterday a clip went viral from rapper NBA YoungBoy's concert in Kansas City, and unfortunately a YN decided to beat up an old man. What we know is that the older man,
I wouldn't clarify him as a YN or a crash out. I will classify him as easily influenced, cause when cameras get the popping out, niggas get the showing out. They boost it bad till that iron go off.
The victim was a staff member working at the event. The teenager involved, reportedly under 16 years old, was detained and later released to a parent.
He was 14.
Police confirmed his age but haven't released his name. In the blurred footage, and let me make this clear to YouTube, I'm completely against what happened here. This kind of violence is sick and I don't condone it in any way. I'm only showing this to give context to the story. In the blurred footage, you can see a YN attacking this older man. I'll play the blurred clip right now, emphasis on blurred, and then we'll keep on talking afterwards.
Like, bro, like, I fail to realize why niggas act like this. Like, it's the narrative that niggas pushing, bro. Cause he already know niggas was talking about whenever YoungBoy music go on, it's time to crash out. Massa is the first song to get played. He crashing out on the first. Well, he not crashing out. He's showing out on the first song. You punching on an employee that's like 80 something. Let that man be a security. Or let that man be like 30 something. That boy will put you across them chairs, nigga. Real talk, man. Telling you. Nigga, you wanna show your ass, alright? Nigga finna throw your ass across them chairs. Man, so I ain't gonna fake. If I was there and I seen that nigga punching on that old man, I would straight smack him in the back of his head. Cause he about my age, so I got the right to. The only reason why that old man probably ain't put his hands on him, cause he know that's a little kid. Everybody around there been little kids. I'm not finna put my hands on him. But like, bro, like, and he only did that because niggas was boosting him. Like, you seen the video, like the unblurred version, the nigga had pushed him, and he was like, oh, like he doing all that extra shit. And then he got to swinging. Dude wasn't even punching. This how you was punching. You wasn't even punching. Come on, son. Nigga, why smack you? Real talk. And let that man be like some security or something. Nigga, why put your ass up, boy. Real talk. I'm telling you.
So even though I couldn't play the full raw uncut clip, you could still
like, it's so thrown out because he can't fight.
Kind of see what was going on, right? This young man was feeding this older gentleman with punches while he was on the floor, covering his face, mind you. You know, it's one thing to do something like this when someone is standing up, but when they're on the ground helpless, that is a whole nother thing, which requires a demon spirit. And we also managed to figure out who the older gentleman was. His name is Thomas, and he was guest service lead at the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City, Missouri, and it's also been confirmed that Thomas was a 66-year-old man. That's right, 6'6". And the boy was apparently 14 years old, which is just news to me, and I'm recording this video as I go. According to this post right here from Lashy Bills on Twitter, Thomas was merely performing his duties by enforcing correct seating at the venue. The teenager, displeased with being in the wrong seating area and being required to relocate, chose to physically attack him. So he told him to switch seats, and this little boy, who should be getting grown man consequences, thought that attacking this old man viciously in this way was the right thing to do. Now luckily, Thomas is recovering recovering, although he suffered a broken nose. According to the family, he may need a nose job. The family is understandably distressed by the senseless behavior, which they obviously should be. And then on this post,
And like, what's so crazy about it, cause the man can't even do nothing. Like, he's a little kid. What are you gonna take from him? What are you gonna take? He's a little kid. That's why, like, man, say, you little niggas put y'all hands on me whenever I'm old, but I'm gonna put you up. Real talk. Man, son, I be 60 something. Man, I'm gonna show you a wine. You won't fake like you a gangster. You go show you a gangster.
Post from Lashy Bills on X, formerly known as Twitter, who gave us this update. There's a photo of Thomas himself sitting down. I'm assuming maybe he's at the hospital. I don't know. But the old man's face is battered and bruised. Like, this is absolutely horrible. And I'm not going to show the photo because I just don't want you to see him like this. That clip was absolutely brutal. This old man was getting beat the hell up by this YN. So before we get to the part in the video where I'm going to give my take, I want to check out this article on it.
Man, that nigga ain't no fucking YN. He retarded.
And this is what the article says. Video of employee being attacked at T-Mobile Center concert goes viral. So, of course, this happened at the NBA YoungBoy concert, like we said. A viral video capturing a T-Mobile Center employee being assaulted by a teenager during an NBA YoungBoy concert has sparked outrage on social media. The incident occurred on Sunday night at the T-Mobile Center, where around 13,000 people attended the concert. The video shows the employee being pushed to the ground and punched repeatedly. A security guard was also assaulted while ejecting the teenager from the arena. And apparently they're saying that the employee was working as a member of the venue's guest service team. So this old man was literally just working at the venue, and then this young man decides to assault him. Why? I'm not sure. We'll see if they get into it in the article. The video has been widely shared on platforms like Facebook and TikTok, highlighting concerns about youth violence and the safety of public events. And this is something I've talked about. I spoke about this like 2 months ago on my video titled The YN Mindset. And I talked about how the YN term is heavily associated with the image of a black face, often in connection with an erratic behavior, which 99% of the time involves hurting people, right? And this is this young man hurting another person. So that would be stealing, robbing, or just being belligerent, which in this clip, he's obviously being belligerent as well. And then I showed you guys this clip of this little boy. He had to be like 12, 13 years old, right? Where he was talking about how he chased his teacher with scissors. And he said that King Von influenced him to be like this. And I think it's interesting that this article brings it up, right? Because it's not really something that a lot of platforms, in my opinion, talk about enough. Now, you can call it what you want. You can call it belligerent behavior. You can call it demonic behavior. I just call it the YN mindset. And unfortunately, like I stated in my video, you see this a lot in black youth, which is very unfortunate, right? It's not a fun thing to actually acknowledge and talk about, especially since I want the best for the people who look like me. But at the end of the day, when you're seeing a lot of these violent acts like this, and it's the YNs doing it, it's very hard to brush it off as just
these niggas ain't no YNs, but I'm telling you, man, these niggas not no real steppers. My life. These niggas just niggas that get easily influenced by other niggas, bro. Man, these niggas ain't no steppers, dude. Real talk. Man, you put them in the cell, son, they finna tell everything.
Isolated incident. The article continues and says, Shawnee Tate Rose, a spokesperson for T-Mobile Center, described the incidents as horrific and emphasized that violence of any kind is unacceptable.
Put one of y'all, man. I wish a nigga, man. I want a nigga to come around that bitch trying me, but I'ma put one of y'all up. Real talk, man. I'm telling you. Listen, I seen the little nigga punching on a security guard. Man, son, if I was there, I would smack the dude like, son, what you doing? You can't even fight. So now come fight me. You hear me say? And if I was the employee, on my life, I would put that last nigga up. Real talk. I'm straight slamming, throwing his ass over the chairs. He can't fight. The nigga was punching like this. He can't fight. He punching like that. Man, I'm finna put you up, boy. Man, so I swear, whenever I'm like 60 something, like I pray one of these niggas come trying me. I'ma put one of you little niggas up. Real talk. I pray a YN, fake ass YN, man, I pray you come play with me. I pray to God you come play with me. I'ma put your ass up, nigga. Real talk. I wish a nigga would when I'm 60, but that's gonna be something to brag about right there. I don't care if a nigga cancel me or what. That's something to brag about. That's like catching a free hat.
Acceptable at
I'm
the
going to test one of them just so they can do it.
venue. Concert attendees are seen in the video screaming and recording the incident with their phones. And yeah, there was one person who was like recording and it looked like they were like smiling, which I thought was very strange because it's like this old man is getting beat the fuck up. So that's nothing to smile about. However, in the end, like we seen, there's a young man who maybe he worked at the venue, I'm not sure, but he pulled him off of the old man. And so that stopped the whole incident. So shout out to him if you're watching this, my brother. Shout out to you, bro. We need more people.
Like, son. Man, y'all fake ass gangsters. Y'all don't even be gangsters. Y'all just be influenced by another nigga. But you come, man, son, when I'm saying something, you show your ass, nigga, I'ma put you up. Real talk. I'm not joking. I pray a nigga come try me whenever I'm 60. Like, a young nigga, man, I'ma put you up. You won't fake like you a gangster? Alright, son, nigga will put you up, boy.
People like you. Like, real talk, we need more people like that. And I really appreciate you for interfering and stopping this very violent and disgusting act right here against this old man. Robert McDaniel, who recorded the video, expressed his concern about the emotional state of young people today. McDaniel said he has been mentoring youth for several years and has noticed a trend. Why?
This is a prime example of why they canceled the YB tour. Look what they doing to employees. This not even... Imagine what they gonna do when they're to each other. Imagine what they gonna do to each other.
In mindset, right? I'm trying to show how emotional these kids are, McDaniel told Fox 4. I've been going to the juvenile halls for years mentoring these kids, and they've progressively gotten more and more emotional. And I absolutely agree with him. The youth is very emotional now, and people don't know how to contain their emotions and have a conversation or disagree with each other without picking up a gun and fighting and doing all this crazy shit. Like back in the day, people were comfortable with using their hands and fighting. And so if you had a disagreement, at least you went home with a black eye and not in a body bag. But these days, people are so comfortable to pick up the gun or pick up some kind of like, weapon like a knife or something and stab people and do all this crazy stuff. And it's like, we're all just trying to go home. So why we got to do that, right? And then the article continues and says, McDaniel added that he's posting the video clip in hopes of convincing young people not to commit crimes. Officer Elena Gonzalez of the Kansas City Police Department confirmed that the teenager involved was detained and later released to his parent. Gonzalez said he's below the age of 16. So this young man actually has parents. I'm very shocked, I'll be honest with you. Now, they did not mention that he got released. They said parent, so does that mean that he has a father in his life? I'm not so sure about this because usually when you see stuff like this, there's not a dad in the house, right? And this is something that we know. Usually in a situation like this, he probably comes from a fatherless household. So that means no consistent father figure teaching him how to regulate anger or handle conflict. And I don't know if there's like some kind of conflict in this particular situation. Some people are saying that the old man apparently told.
Me personally, in my personal opinion, any nigga at that concert that got a massa shirt on your fucking back, or you got a green flag around your neck, or you hold the fucking green flag, I don't take you serious, lil' bruh. Like, man, son, you come around here, I'ma put you up. Real talk. You want to fake like you a gangster? Man, I'm telling you, these niggas not gangsters. That little nigga, he wasn't even like, he was scared. When you look at the nigga, he was scared to throw a hand. He was scared. Like, when the old nigga got on the floor, he got the, cause he's scared. He wanted to see if the nigga was gonna get up and get the spasm on him. So he didn't. And the crowd got their phones out. That was boosting his head up. Man, son, and followed that security. I want to put that nigga up. Real talk, I'm throwing your ass over the chairs. You gonna feel them bitches. I'm telling you, man. Real talk. Man, I don't wonder why he didn't test me whenever I'm older, but I'm gonna put one of them niggas up. I'm gonna show, man, you wanna show your ass? Alright, so nigga go put you up, boy. Real talk.
Told him to switch seats, and then that's when he got mad because I don't know, he didn't want to switch seats, or I don't know, that's not confirmed, but that's what some people on social media were saying. And actually, it has been confirmed that that's exactly what happened. Kansas City news outlet Fox 4 did this interview with the 66-year-old T-Mobile Center employee. And right here they say, on Sunday, what is normally a fun and entertaining job turned dangerous when a teenager lashed out after being asked to move seats. And Thomas stated, it is serious. I went down and had blows to my head, recalling the moment he was thrown to the ground and repeatedly punched. And then he stated just getting him off of me because he was so enraged. So we were just, in essence, trying to protect the fans. So the fact that he asked him to just move seats and this was his response, that should tell you everything about the situation. He thought that a conflict was needed when obviously that was not needed. A lot of these kids who don't have any father in the household, they got like this identity crisis. They don't really even know who they are. And I spoke about that in my Why in Mindset video. Lack of identity is a huge reason why a lot of these kids are acting out. So without a father's influence, a lot of these young men search for belonging in their peers, and we all know what that leads to, right? You're searching for that belonging in your homies, and let's say these dudes are as lost as you. That creates a bunch of lost individuals. And you know what they say, birds of a feather, they flock together, right? Or was it a situation where he felt like he needed to prove himself or something like that? Because we all know that young men raised without strong role models often equate violence with power and respect. And so all his homies are at this NBA YoungBoy concert, and this old man, let's just say, is telling him, hey, sir, you gotta move. Instead of being like, okay, sir, I'll move. Where do you want me to move? Bum, bum, bum. He's like, nah, I'm not moving, man. I'm not moving, man. And then he starts swinging, right? And also keep in mind, this is an NBA YoungBoy concert. NBA YoungBoy has that type of energy in his music, right? And I'm not putting the blame on him because he's the artist. But at the same time, if this is happening in a venue where you're performing, even one time where an old man is getting beat up one time, that says something about the environment that you are creating. Because you're not going to see this happen at the Weeknd concert or even a Drake concert, right? Why? Because they don't create that type of vibe around their music. So like the article says, he was detained and then he was later released to his parents. And I'm assuming that's because he was below the age of 16, right? But at the same time, if he's getting detained and then just released and there's no consequences to his actions, what exactly does that accomplish? It tells his child brain, because he's a child, it tells his child brain that I can beat people up and there's...
That's exactly what I be saying. These niggas be throwed their whole life. That's why they be going to jail for life. Because you niggas will come around this bitch. You think they just let your ass off. You go home and you can do this every time. But once you turn 16, 18, but they go show you. They go show you. Telling you, you won't feel like, alright, man, I better.
There's not going to be any repercussions to my actions. And that right there is probably going to lead to him acting out even more in the future. Because once you reach this level, like it's a pretty high level, beating up an old man.
Once they find out, oh, I can get away doing everything, and they just go send me home to my parents, they go start doing bad more and more and more and more until they go to jail for the rest of their life. And all that add up. All them times you went to jail, man, all that add up. All that add up. All them add up.
Man like this in this vicious way, it's a pretty high level. Once you reach this level, in the future, you're definitely going to push the boundaries even more. Because a normal person doesn't beat up an old man, obviously. If you're a normal person, you're not going to do this type of evil act to a man who cannot protect himself. He's old, bro. The article continues and says that this was an isolated incident and it does not reflect the overall experience at the T-Mobile Center, where thousands of guests enjoyed the concert without incident. And also they say that the employee's injuries are serious but not life-threatening, although the specific injuries remain unclear. So the injuries were serious. This old man now has serious injuries because of what happened to him here. Or let me not say what happened to him, what this young man did to him. Or should I say YN, right? And just because this old man is now going to survive, that doesn't mean that he's okay. First of all, we have the mental trauma that comes with having an act like this, an evil act like this done to you. I mean, think about it like this. He woke up this morning and said, hey, I'm going to work at this venue where this rapper NBA YoungBoy is going to perform, and I'm going to come home and everything is going to be good. Because we don't assume that bad things are going to happen when we wake up in the morning, right? But then he goes there and then he gets viciously attacked by this YN right here. You know, guys, it's absolutely sick that this kind of thing even happens in the first place. I'm not even going to ask why did he do this, because it doesn't matter. Whatever the reason was, it doesn't justify an evil act like this. Whatever the reason was, it doesn't have to resort to violence in this way. It doesn't, man. And even though this young man, YN, was a minor, as you guys can see, he's a very strong guy. I mean, he doesn't look like he's, younger than, they said 16 or 15 or something like that. He looks like he could be 17, 18, right? And at that age, there's some strength that you start to get that if used in the wrong way, you could literally kill somebody. Honestly, I don't even care if he's underage. I think he should be held accountable 100%. I know some
Fact.
people are not going to agree with me, but at the same time, it's like, you seen the clip, right? And I blurred it a little bit here and there to make it friendly for YouTube. YouTube, I just want to make it clear, I'm not pushing no violence, okay? I'm speaking out against it. Please don't demonetize the video. But you guys seen the clip, right? This was a vicious, brutal beatdown right here. And if that man at the end, shout out to him, if he didn't stop him, he would have kept going. And he could have killed the man. And at the end, the old man was also bleeding. We seen that. You seen his face? Or actually, I blurred it. You probably didn't see it, but he was bleeding from his nose. So it's like, if he doesn't get held accountable for this, he's going to walk around society thinking that he can keep doing this, and even worse, because this is how it starts. It starts with beating up an old man, and then it goes to pop, 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 shooting, okay? Robberies, hurting other people with a gun. This is how it starts. It doesn't stop at beating this old man, okay? And part of me is like, you know what? He's so young. But at the same time, a demon has no age. And that's another thing, guys. People, even at the age of 14, 15, 16, 17, they know right from wrong. We all have this thing inside of us inherently that we know hurting other people is wrong. Now, some of us go out of our way to hurt other people, which obviously there's consequences to your actions, and whatever you do, you're gonna have to face those consequences. So some of us know that, and then we still do it despite that, right? And most people, if they do anything that involves hurting another person, and I'm talking about adults, right? You get held accountable. But because someone is younger, in this case, he's younger than 15, maybe he could be. Despite that fact, should he not face the consequences of his actions? Should he just be detained and then just let go to his parents? Because obviously his parents are not gonna teach him right from wrong. So now maybe the law has to teach him what it means to be a grown adult, right? And this is the kind of stuff that really just like messes me up, because I'm like, I'm starting to lose hope for this younger generation. I'm starting to feel like this younger generation cannot be saved. And another thing that I'm starting to realize is that some people just have
they get easily influenced, bro.
Evil spirit, man. This right here is the sign of someone who has a dark, evil spirit. There's no chance you do something like this and you're just a normal human being, right? Because this is the act of evil. And it's unfortunate that his parents, or his parent in this case, obviously has not taught him anything. That unfortunately means that society has to deal with this erratic and dangerous behavior, because this right here is very dangerous behavior. We need to make it very clear, okay? I hate the fact that this old man got beat up like this. Like, seeing that video just broke my heart, bro, because we're supposed to protect our elders, not actively hurt them. And unfortunately, this is a part of youth culture. Why the YN mindset, like I spoke about, right? A lot of these kids are.
I hate niggas saying YN, bro. Y'all not know YN, bro.
Just becoming so vicious now, man. And I spoke about this in my YN mindset video. I talked about how now you're starting to hear more and more about how old people are getting beat up and robbed. In this case, he didn't get robbed, but you get what I'm saying. Just an act like this is very connected to what we spoke about. And it's really unfortunate how we gotta deal with this now, because they weren't taught better in their household, because they come from a background of no structure and no identity. Now the YNs are running amok in society, hurting old people in this way. It's crazy and it's disgusting, man. And something needs to be done about this. We need to start protecting the people who actually need to be protected. We need to start holding people accountable for their actions. We need to stop normalizing violence like this, man. Because when you don't hold people accountable for their actions, this is what happens. I don't care if he's under the age of 18. I quite honest with you, don't care. He knows what right is and he knows what wrong is. Beating an old man is absolutely wrong and it's disgusting, man. Do I need to say more? I don't think so.
Everybody know what right and wrong is, bro. I don't care how old you is. Even a toddler know what right and wrong is. If your toddler grab a bottle that they know they not supposed to grab, and you say, hey, they go jump in the air because they know they not supposed to be having it.
These YNs are out of control, man. Anyway, what do you guys think about this? I already know what you think, but what do you think, right? An employee at T-Mobile Center in Kansas City ended up being assaulted by a teenager during an NBA YoungBoy concert. YN, not teenager. YN. Anyway, y'all let me know in the comments.
He not no YN. He just somebody that's easily influenced, that's throw. Just want attention, he's showing out in front of people. Other dudes. He's showing out in front of other dudes.